Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. And today I got a pair of kicks that I want to get into. It's actually a grade school size pair, but I saw these at my local Finish Line. I went to pick up another pair of shoes, and these were just sitting on the shelf. According to the staff there at Finish Line, they were saying that they expect to get adult pairs at some point, but shipping just continues to be all messed up. I went ahead and grabbed my wife's size. It's also two of my kids' size, so I figured somebody can make good use of them. Today I want to get into the green toe Jordan 1 lows. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these green toes. Alright, standard GR box, same box we get for mids, lows, some GS size Jordan retros. We've all seen it before. Black box, gold Jumpman. The tag reads Air Jordan 1 Low GS for grade school. This is a size 6.5, which is the same as a men's size 6.5. The retail price on these was $75. The colors are listed as Noble Green, Pollen, White, and Black. So I was thinking these were pine green, but I guess these are a little bit different than the pine green that we saw on like the 3s that came out not too long ago. And there they are. The green toe Jordan 1 lows. These things are dope looking. This is another pair that is affordable. I don't know that I would say they're easy to pick up, but I would say there's a chance that you'll walk into a foot store and see them sitting on a shelf. If they had adult pairs, I definitely would have picked up a personal pair. To me, this is just a shoe that is ideal for being an everyday beater. I've really been into green lately. Before, green wasn't really my cup of tea, but I don't know what it is. It just seems like I've been gravitating towards green shoes lately for some reason. And I think this classic color blocking that we have here, the white side panels, the black mud guard, the black swoosh, these things just look dope. I mean, I think they'd be super easy to style and ideal for just running into the ground, you know? The smooth leather makes them pretty easy to clean. And having this dark color on the mudguard and then the toe box, I just think that this is a very, very wearable shoe and you wouldn't have to baby them at all. Starting with this outsole, we got a Jordan 1 tread pattern. No surprises there. Same thing we always get. Got the pivot points in the front, Nike branding there at the midfoot, and just that classic design that we love so much. Or I should say I love so much. I think it looks real nice in this dark green color. And again, I just think having that dark green on the outsole and then wrapping up, you know, so you can see it from the side just a little bit. I think these things would be easy to keep looking pretty new for quite some time. But we can see that that Noble Green comes up to meet a bright white midsole, and it's got bright white stitching. And I think that bright white midsole in between the Noble Green outsole and then this black mudguard, I just think it looks real nice. Looks classy. I also like the bright white stitching there on the heel for the Wings logo. I think that came out real nice with that Noble Green in the background. Altogether, these things look real clean. Stitching is really neat. There's not, you know, weird edges on the leather panels, and I think they're done really well. The one thing that jumped out at me is this one stitching. It looks like instead of being like 2 stitches, it's one long one, and every now and then you'll get that. I've seen that on Dunks before too. I don't know if it's sticking out on camera like it is to me in person. Nothing major, but just a little flaw, and I just like to point that stuff out whenever I see it. Doesn't really change my opinion of the shoe. I think it still came out really well. And if it was my size, I wouldn't hesitate to throw it on foot. Just adds character, a little bit of personality, you know? Gives it a mustache or something. We'll start in the front. Coming up from this bright white midsole, we've got a nice black colored mudguard. And then that black color goes up the eye stays. And we've got that black color on the swoosh. And one thing I just noticed on this Noble Green, the only place you can see the edges is here on the heel, but the edge of this Noble Green overlay here on the back is actually black. And that's a nice little touch. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the edges of this material are a black color. So it almost adds a little bit of like a border effect, but it's kind of hard to see. It's pretty neat. Going back to this black leather, it's standard grade that you get on mids or lows or whatever. Nothing, you know, to scream about, but it's smooth, it looks nice, and like I said before, I just think this would be an ideal beater because it'd be easy to clean up, easy to take care of, and with them being so affordable and everything, I've got no issues with the quality that we have on these materials. I love the way a black swoosh looks on a white side panel on any Jordan 1 silhouette, whether it's a low, mid, high. I just think it doesn't get more classic looking than that, in my opinion, whenever you're talking about Jordan 1s. But then coming to this toe box, we can see that we've got more of that Noble Green color, got those classic perforations, and the material feels like it's the same grade as the black, you know, nothing wrong with it, nice and smooth. And then we've also got that Noble Green up here around the collar of the shoe and down here on the heel. Sounds like Mrs. Butter's in there baking something. The only other color leather that we have, as I mentioned before, is that we've got white side panels, and that's both of the side panels are very clean, and actually that feels a little bit softer than the rest of it and a little bit better than what standard Jordan 1 GR lows are, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, that feels decent. Not bad at all. They gave us some flat black laces, and that matches the black nylon tongue that we've got behind it. Your standard Jordan 1 tongue like we always have. And then I guess this is the pollen. This reminds me of the little accent on the tongue of the Pine Green 3s, which I really, really like. I know some people weren't too fond of that, but in my opinion, I like its little contrast. I like a little bit of pop, and I think it looks dope. We've got a black sock liner and a black insole with a white Jumpman down there on it. And I say it all the time, but I'm a fan of a black sock liner just because then your jeans won't stain it or that sort of thing. And sometimes a white sock liner makes it look dingy, but with a black sock liner, you never have to worry about your jeans staining it or whatever. But anyhow, I think these things are dope. I think that I will be on the lookout for the adult pairs to come in, and I would definitely wear this shoe. I don't know who's going to get this pair in the Butter family, but like I said, 3 people would be able to fit in them, so